that was really not designed as a skate park. It's really just a building, or indeed underneath a building. And I'm quite sure the architect who built this building had no idea what was going to happen to his creation. Suddenly, it was turned into a skate park, where bicyclists and skaters are having fun, driving around, and generally hurting themselves to everybody's delight. The skate park can be used as an example of generativity. The fact that you establish something that is meant for one thing and suddenly is being used for all sorts of additional activities. This is the same phenomenon that you can find in mobile digital innovation. So what really happens when you establish a platform such as the one Google and Apple have established for apps, for mobile phones, they want this to be a generative place. They want to put a shell up that is then populated by lots of energy, lots of interest, lots of fascinating ideas that are sprawling in all directions. Not all generative acts, of course, are positive. The incredible generativity in the production of various kinds of viruses and Trojan horses is an example of generativity that is negative. Equally, some people will find the graffiti on the walls here as negative, whereas the constituents here, of course, find this fascinating and colorful. Now, in terms of developing mobile services, generativity can be seen similar to the old Rubik's Cube that I have here. That it has an endless number of combinations based on one structure. That you can always add to it. And indeed, in mobile services innovation, there will be even more facets than just the simple ones of the 8 sides of the cube. The point there is to have the right combination of control and generativity as exist in this self-regulated environment of a skate park. And you will get lots of interesting innovations that are happening beyond the direct control of the ones who established it.